We're live. Okay. Good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elehpants TV radio. My name is Idafe Matthew. You love to call the Elehpants on the spot. Beautiful time to be alive. And no matter how much people try to, shake us off the perch where we are, we would keep on pushing. That's one of the things. The AFCON is a story of people who never give up, people who don't quit. But in between, people have quitted even now realizing that they have qualified. The coach of Ivory Coast have resigned. That's the story that came out, but in my head, I think he was fired. And but then he got to realize now that his team have qualified. Ivory Coast actually qualified for the next round with 3 points. Egypt also qualified directly, not even as best loser. So I was playing with some thoughts yesterday, and I said in 1994, Italy went all the way to the finals of the World Cup, even though they didn't win it. But I mean, they struggled. They qualified by hair's breadth. Okay, from their group, and you almost thought that they were not going to go anywhere, but then they got to meet Nigeria, got to meet Spain, got to meet, I think it was Bulgaria, or who did they play as? And then they were all the way to the finals before Baggio missed that penalty that cost them the World Cup. But either ways, you could say to yourself that Italy looked like they were dead and buried in the group. And if that going to happen with Cote d'Ivoire, now that they lost 2-1-1 and they've qualified by hair's breadth, and then they go on to qualify and, go on to win this tournament, it will be the story. Another story of this tournament is Egypt. Egypt came into this tournament. They have Mo Salah. Everybody have high expectations on them. Score 6 goals in this tournament. So attacking is not their problem. Attacking. They are one of the very few teams who scored more than 5 goals in this tournament at the group stage. So Equatorial Guinea is the highest scoring side with 9 goals. And then you have Senegal with 8, and then Cape Verde with 7. Nigeria had 3 goals, so let's not even go there. Egypt have 6 goals in this tournament, and they are one of the high scoring side who scored more than 5 goals. Angola have 6 goals themselves, but somehow they just have a leaky defense. And one of the two things that makes a defense leaky, that makes a team concede goals a lot, is either you have a bad goalkeeper or you have a porous midfield. Because if the midfield is porous, then it's like trying to use sharp sand to wage the flow of water. It will just help you do filtration. It will filter the depth, but the water will go through unless you get clay. So their defense, their midfield, kind of like very, very porous, couldn't hold the ball very well, couldn't stop the rampaging movement of the opposition. Every opposition that Egypt play, whether it's Mozambique, Ghana, or Cape Verde, everybody scored against them. And that's their greatest danger. It's not the fact that they can't score goals. I mean, a team that scored 3 goals in this tournament, Nigeria, have 7 points and have considered only 1 goal. But then a team that scored 6, considered 6, they should look at themselves. Senegal scored 8, considered 1. So you look at that, but then they've qualified. That's not even the story. Cameroon, with their -1 goal, we scored 5 and considered 6. I was in the tournament. So Nigeria will look at Cameroon and say, well, they concede goals, but the question is, do we score? Okay, but Cameroon also scores. So you also look at all of that, and then you look at everybody, but then where it gets interesting is the matchup. The matchup for the teams, for me, is the part where it gets interesting. So let's just say the story, the grand running, and touch on all those ones. But for me, you are there. I need you to give me your own assessment of the tournament. In my opinion, this is one of the best AFCON that we've seen since Morocco 88. Morocco 88 was exceptional. And after that, we've had some good ones, not so good, just there. And then those 3 between 2010 and 2016, if I'm not mistaken, 2010, 2012, you see? No, 2000. Yes, that's it now. 2010, where Egypt won 3 straight. What was that one? Yeah, it was 2000. Okay, yes, 2004, 2006, and 2008. Sorry, not 2010. So those 3 were also very, very exceptional. It was exceptional because of the brilliance of Mohamed Abou Trika. I would always say it. I would eulogize him to my very last breath. on this face of this earth. Is a wonderful player that you would always want to remember as an icon, just the same way we remember Kalusha Bwalia as an AFCON icon. The difference between Kalusha Bwalia and Abutrika is that Abutrika won multiple African champion, what's it called, AFCON, and Kalusha Bwalia did not. But even at that, you still see him as an icon. And then you look at this very year. This is a year where I mean, it was Nigerians. Actually, it was Yule Duce who started this no grief for anybody, and then it became a national thing. But I think that Africa took it to another level because Nigeria, once Nigeria takes a lead, everybody follow. Okay, so let's see the story as written on the CAFOnline.com website. It said the group stage of the Total Energy CAF African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire 2023 concluded on Wednesday night, setting up some highly anticipated knockout clashes. Okay. Uh, and the way it is scripted is the CAF AFCON is made of stellar shocks, goals, records, history, and passionate fans turning up at match venues. We're still going to talk about the Ivorian fans who were damaging buses, damaging lampposts, fighting, crying in the stadium, and all that. Ghana, I mean, I try not to talk about Ghana, but some Ghanaian fans actually had the audacity to believe that with their 2 points, they will still qualify as best loser. No, with 2 points, you don't even qualify as best loser. You are worst loser. You fall into the worst loser category. So we agree that the Elephants were shocked 4 goals to nothing, but they have done some good job at the start of the tournament to guarantee something for them. So to not come and show up and say, "Oh, you nah, Ghanaians, please, Charlie, please stay back, stay back, Mr. Kofi, Mr. Koiku Mensah, please stay in your stay, Ado, stay in your place, your Preco." Please stay in your place. Emene was saying, please stay in your side. Don't come and be disturbing us here. We are the people that play football. You people that play football. Go and chop your Ghana Jalef and your Banku and your Kereku, whatever you have, and focus on that. Right now, these the people that are playing football that want to play football. Let's focus on football. And when I say Kelema, time my work in your way, I want so you focus on that side and let us focus on this side. Okay. Yeah, I remember when you people said that you employed educated coaches and we are using our national team to rehabilitate Austin Eguavon. I'm sure, yes, you went to the World Cup. The only thing you achieved was going to do Sue and coming back. After that, nothing else. Now, Ghana, you can see that Nigeria is in the round of 16. I'm not even saying that Nigeria will even win Cameroon. I'm not sure. That's not even, I'm not being arrogant about that one. I'm also not very confident of our team. But we and Ghana, we didn't come out on the same level. That's just the basic truth. Now let's go to the conversation. The Elephants suffered a shock 4-0 thrashing by Equatorial Guinea. Man, that scoreline, that match good. No, if you're beating 1-0, it's okay. It was a lucky dip. It was one lucky slip up. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to nothing. There's nothing lucky about it. The Sabi pass you, Yoruba people will say before guy, you have to double and greet them well. But they are in the tournament. That's the most important thing. So they were trashed by Equatorial Guinea in their final group game, but still advanced. They now face the daunting task of overcoming an informed Senegalese side yet to drop a point. So that's one of the questions, one of the talking points. Senegal are the defending champions. Senegal, like Nigeria in 2021, have won all their group games. Is this the game where Senegal gets shocked? Or you look at Senegal and you say, you know what? The beautiful thing about Senegal is they're not even depending on Sadio Mane. The goals can come from midfield, they can come from attack, and they're solid at the back. They defend very well. What's going to happen in that game? I need your analysis. I need your comment on that one while you're telling me what you saw from the group stage, all of the moments that excite you, all of the ups and the down, the good, the bad, and the ugly from the group stage so far. But put an eye on this one. We're still going to follow it. Remember, I promise that from the knockout stage, we're going to be doing post-match after all the daily roundup of matches that went down. So that's going to happen on the live. But for the morning shows, let's have your take on this one's already. 2 more Africans heavyweight will collide when Nigeria meets Cameroon. Both teams had uneven group stages, but remain continental powerhouses. Okay, elsewhere, Morocco topped their group without conceding and will look to continue their fine form against South Africa. South Africa, it's not going to be an easy road for you. Not an easy road. Not me talking about a Jamaican musician. I talk. Okay, after surprisingly winning Group A, undefeated underdogs. Equatorial Guinea will try to cause another upset against Guinea. That is not supposed to be upset. Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. This has Guinea beat Guinea. There's really not problem. There are three Guineas in this tournament: Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Guinea themselves. But Guinea Conakry, yeah. First time knockout team Namibia for me, still my team of the tournament. Face a stern challenge from two-time quarterfinalists Angola. They are brothers too. This is brothers at war, but let's see what would happen in that. Despite an underwhelming group stage, Egypt pedigree as the most successful Total Energies CAF AFCON nations makes them dangerous opponent for DR Congo. Okay. Other intriguing clashes see Mali take on Burkina Faso, brothers at war again, while Cape Verde battles Mauritania, brothers at war again. The people, the seaside brothers, okay. With sudden death matches between some of Africa's subside, the Total Energy Scarf AFCON round of 16 promises pulsating action and drama as heavy favorites and plucky underdogs collide. Now let's look at it from this angle. That from a Nigerian perspective, you kind of like say that this whole tournament is now beginning to give you 2013 vibes, right? Remember in 2013 how we struggled to qualify out of the group, but eventually we moved out of the group with 5 points. We drew with Zambia, we drew with Burkina Faso, and then we beat Ethiopia. We're 15 minutes away from being knocked out in that one, just like Cameroon, and 15 minutes away from being knocked out. And then somehow we had two penalties that Victor Moses dispatched, and we ended up, going into the next stage. And before you know it, before you say Jack Robinson, we're beating Cote d'Ivoire, we're beating Mali, we're in the finals again, and we were beating Burkina Faso once again. Somebody's smoking a bowl somewhere around. I'm perceiving it, and it's disturbing my life. Okay, but let's move on. Let's keep it going and see how it goes. So my point here is, how is it for you? Who do you think is going to make surprises in the groups in the round of 16? As we've seen in the group stage, there are some teams that we do not expect to be in the knockout round. Let's be very honest. Nigeria Cameroon is normal, is expected, but it's more like a finals before the finals. Cape Verde, Mauritania, who would have thought that in an African Cup of Nations round of 16, there is definitely going to be one of Cape Verde or Mauritania in the quarterfinals. That's something that I've not sunk in. And then again, in the quarterfinal, there's going to be one of Equatorial Guinea or Guinea, and then there's going to be one of Angola and Namibia in the quarterfinals of the AFCON. These 6 teams will produce 3, whether we like it or not. And then there's going to be one of Mali or Burkina Faso, one of Egypt or DR Congo, one of Senegal or Cote d'Ivoire, one of Morocco or South Africa, and then one of Nigeria or Cameroon. Now, what this does for the fixtures and the competition is the fact that one way or the other, the draws just made it so much so that even the big teams play themselves pretty early. And it's not anybody's fault. It's how they qualified. If they had topped their groups, maybe they would have avoided each other. But, the tournament starts off and it got to a point where you're no longer just thinking of topping your group. You are hoping and wishing and praying. Like Arukeli is one of the greatest songs ever written, Heaven I Need a Hug. Like Arukeli's Heaven I Need a Hug. You're hoping and wishing that everybody would do their job and God in his infinite mercy will come down from heaven and show your team mercy. And Cameroon, you could see that they were shown mercy. You play first half 0-0, second half, in the 80th or 82nd minute, your one go down. It seems like game done. This one, Agbada don't hope for Babaya. Then you equalize. Then it's 2-1. Then it's 2-2, and then it's 3-2, and then one way or the other, a goal was scored. VAR had to be called in, and then they saw the hand of God. Sorry, it's the hand of the devil. If it's the hand of God, if I go through, But then eventually, that game ended 3-2. It is margins like that. It is moments like that. Or you look at the Cote d'Ivoire one from you are in Group A, and you are third on your classification. Your fans are already destroying stadium, damaging properties to a very high proportion. And then here we are looking at this tournament. Group B played, Group C played, and you're like, okay, don't worry. We're praying, oh God, Father Lord, don't put me to shame. Father Lord, do not let my enemy triumph over me. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear. Who send you go there? Who send you go waka for valley of the shadow of death? Who send you go there? In the first place? Okay, so but somehow they survive. And Ghana had the that's let's not talk about Ghana. Let's not give Ghana too much time on the show today. Okay, so let's talk about the matchup. Let's look at the matchup that are going to go down on Saturday, 9 p.m. Nigeria will play. Now, for the majority of the people that are on this live, this is the one that concerns them. Every other game does not concern them. Again, I told a group of friends of mine that one of the shocking thing in this tournament that people are not noticing is the fact that Nigeria have the luck of the draws. First off, they were housed in a group that it's easy for them to qualify. Let's be very honest. Yeah, it's easy for them to qualify to pull out of the group. There is no big deal about it. That's one. And eventually we'll qualify, even though we didn't top the group. But 7 points by any standard of any group. 7 points is good. 6 points is it's even like success. Then when you get to 7, you get to maximum 9, then you are top of the world. You can't make 8. Nobody can qualify from a group where you have 4 teams with 8 points. It's not possible, right? So you either get 7 points, or you get 9 points, or you get 6 points, or you get 3, 4, 5, or whatever it is. That's the way grouping is. I've never seen a group where you have 4 teams and somebody have 8 points. It is not even possible. So now let me draw up something to your attention. Why I said Nigeria have the luck of the draws. Okay, if you look at the Nigerian group carefully, we've got out of the group. Now we are on this side, and this is not me trying to I'm underrated. Let's be very honest. So we're not in the side that have Senegal. We're not in the side that have Egypt. We're not in the side that have Burkina Faso or Mali. We're in the side that have Nigeria, Cameroon. If we get past Cameroon, we'll play the winner between Angola and Namibia, right? And then there is Cape Verde, Mauritania, who will play the winner between Morocco and South Africa. Okay. Now that game, the winners of those games will play in the quarterfinals in this format. Winner between Cape Verde, Mauritania will play winner between Morocco, South Africa. So winner between those two will not play against the people who won from the Nigeria, Cameroon, and Angola, Namibia. You can see that in that semifinals already, there is no powerhouse. On the other side, on the right wing, on the right-hand side of Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary is Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Guinea. So in this part of the town, you will play finals and finals and finals and finals and finals till you get to the final. So it is die, kill or be killed, die or survive. It is crazy, but we've got the luck of the draws. Again, sometimes when you get the luck of the draws, it makes you underrate situation, and it just puts you in a place where you treat the game wrongly. But I hope that Nigeria, find the concentration, the focus, the ability to do well. While we're saying that, I'm still going to come to your comments. I've not abandoned it. I'm just showing you. So let's look at the matchup and see. Below are the interesting fixtures to look at for Nigeria versus Cameroon. Despite the shaky start, the two giants managed their qualification to the round of 16 after their final round of matches. Nigeria are hoping to end a decade of no TotalEnergies CAF AFCON trophy. Rigobert Song is under pressure to give Cameroonians a better performance in the knockout stage after struggling in the group stage where they won just one game. Obviously, one of the powerhouse will be crashed out in the round of 16. The game is on Saturday, January 27 at the Felix Hopewell Boyne Stadium in Abidjan. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see where that goes. I don't know where your coins, where you toss your coin to, but we're going somewhere. Because of this, we're going to have even on Saturday, we're going to have a show to talk about games, and then after the game, we'll also be able to talk about it. Now, Cape Verde versus Mauritania, same kind of people with good seafood. If you're the destination holiday where you would rather go to Mauritania than Cape Verde, but if you want good seafood, you can go to any of those sides. After a shocking run in the group stage, we saw Cape Verde going unbeaten and leading a group involving two previous TotalEnergies CAF AFCON champions, Egypt and Ghana. The Blue Sharks, as they are called, you see sharks, you see they're waterside people, the usual people of that part of the world. We'll have Mauritania to deal with in the round of 16. Amir Abdul has already exceeded expectation by getting this far with Mauritania. They can, however, write more history as they face Cape Verde. The game is on Monday, January 29 at the Felix Upward Bonny Stadium, the same place where Nigeria will play. Now let's go to the Guineans, okay? Equatorial Guinea shockingly managed to top a group involving host Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria. That is amazing. They face a Guinean side who haven't been consistent with results in this year's TotalEnergies CAF AFCON. The Silent Nationals, as they are called, will have the competition's top scorer, Emilio Inswell, to deal with. He's a left fullback in his club, is a top striker in his country, and is a leading goal scorer in this competition. One, as they say, can never end. What God cannot do does not really exist. But then what Emilio Inswell cannot do in football in terms of goal scoring does not also exist. With these fixtures, the game is at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium on Sunday, January 28th. Let's see, that's the next day after Nigeria. Let's see how that one go. Angola will play against Namibia. Namibia made history by qualifying to the knockout stage of the AFCON for the very first time in their history since debuting in 1998 in Burkina Faso, a tournament that Nigeria didn't go because we were facing a ban for not attending the 1996 edition in South Africa that Mandela systematically forced us not to be part of so that South Africa and Benny McCarthy can win. And in 98, Benny McCarthy was the top goal scorer. That was the last time somebody scored a hat-trick in the competition before Emilio Insue now came in and scored a hat-trick in this one. So they faced Angola, who topped a group involving Burkina Faso, Mauritania with 7 points. Okay, so Angola will want more based on their record in the history of the competition. 2 times quarterfinalists. The game is scheduled to take place at the Stade de la Paz in Boaké on January 27. What's the matching on? There is Mali, Burkina Faso. Mali, you could say that the closest neighbor, them and Ghana, the closest neighbor to Cote d'Ivoire. Ghana gone. So Mali kind of like feel comfortable. They're playing 45 minutes away from their own country. Their fans should throw there and fill the stadium. But then again, so much poverty in the land. Then Burkina Faso. So there is a journalistic dilemma with Burkina Faso. Some people would want them to stay. For me, I want Burkina Faso to continue this competition. But hey, I like Mali as well. Now, the reason is there is a journalistic dilemma for Burkina Faso. It has been promulgated by decree, by law. Yes, I decree by the laws of Traore that any Burkina babes, any Burkina Faso person that speaks French language will be sentenced to 28 years imprisonment with rigorous hard labor. So now journalists that are coming to interview Burkina babes, the Burkina Faso players, what would they speak? And if these Burkina Faso players go back, some of them are playing in the French league, if they go back to France, because you can be, multilinguistic, right? Bilingual, multilingual, whatever you are. Now, if they speak that language on TV and they are interviewing them in French and they try to speak French, would they be jailed for 28 years if they come back to their country, or they will just from there to Jackpa and permanently not come back again? So there is a constitutional or decree dilemma. While I like what the military junta or junta, whatever they call them, are doing. Okay, so I've not forgotten the tea. This eye that Mrs. Daffy is using to look me like the person that sent me death threats. I don't understand. Let me drink the tea a bit so that. Now, Lipton a bit tea, oh, Mrs. Daffy. Lipton agbo. This is not tea. And I go add cinnamon to it. You put 1 cube of sugar and it's like it is tea. It's not tea. This is agbo, but let's take it. Let's take it like that. So I'm wondering where do we stand there? Burkina Faso brought their group stage games to a disappointing end after losing 2-0 to Angola. Mali went unbeaten in all their group stage games and will have the advantage of playing at the Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium in Kohogo, very, very close to their home country. The venue they played most of their group games at. The game is on the 29th of January at the Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium, and they will feel comfortable playing close to home or at home, home away from home. Egypt and DR Congo. This game is the strongest military might in the Arab world. Egypt versus one of the poorest country in the world, but resources-wise, one of the richest in the world. The irony of imperialism and colonialism. I know we're talking football, but we must remind ourselves of the people who hurt us every time when we have the opportunity. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I said, use your platform to speak for justice every time you have it. It doesn't matter. If you like, you need to work. As you do, check your body to it, twerk for justice as well. And that's just the way I think about it. Egypt qualified after drawing all group games. It was obviously not a good one for the Pharaohs. Hmm, Pharaohs. As the most successful country in the history of the competition, their presence in the knockout stage is a threat to any team they face, and DR Congo is no exception. The game will be played on the 28th of January at the Laurent Pocus Stadium. Now let's rewind back. You know that thing that we were taught in Sunday school, that the sins of the father will be visited in the first, second, third, and fourth generation. And then I look at Egypt. I mean, I'm privileged to travel to Egypt, stay there for like 6-8 months, and go there many times. And I'm looking at Egypt, and I was like, these guys, apart from the Bible telling us that they perished in the Red Sea, Egypt does not look like they are suffering from treating Israelites for 400 years plus. So, because they're one of the most prosperous nations in Africa. It's a matter of fact, even if Egypt does not have anything, if they don't have anything, I have nothing, but I have the Suez Canal. They are still more successful than any other country on the continent of Africa. That scripture, is it the word of God or somebody just smuggled it and put it in the Bible? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, there are so many things they teach us in church now that we're not realizing that we've been foolish. Like all those pay your tithes, first fruits. I like the way pastors are fighting pastors now. It's they sweet me, they give me orgasm. About the mano sugar onion honey. They sweet me like onion. They shake your body to it. Nothing. Anytime I say on social media, I say one pastor is attacking another pastor, is the sweetest thing to ever happen. Because I've always asked a question that nobody ever agrees answer me. Why is all the good thing in the Bible white? It doesn't make sense to me. Like the way you people sell this Bible, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not here to do a religious show, but it's just me. Any those of now way they carry on our first fruit, they go give pastor and Asabi. Continue. I'm just talking my mind. You know what I mean? I want to talk my mind. Oh, anybody with we relate? Oh, read the macula, yo. Following this is Senegal versus Cote d'Ivoire now. Following their disappointing 4-0 defeat on the final day, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, God, they're not just like now. Hey, no. Of all the teams to face, is the defending champion Senegal. Unless you have to do it to this and this one. Oh. Senegal go beat Tuna. They go even I play the one I play against Equatorial. They go beat Tuna. I agree, sis. Beat Tuna like hey. Host Cote d'Ivoire only progressed after Zambia lost to Morocco in their final Group F game. They have been handed a tough task against defending champion Senegal. Senegal have a 100% record in the tournament, and the fixture is a tough one for the host. The game will be played at the Charles Conan Benny Stadium on January the 29th. Final game of the fixtures that I'm putting, this is the one that we played at the Laurent Pocus Stadium on the 30th of January, is the match between Morocco and South Africa. The 2022 FIFA World Cup semi-finalists are on track to win the TotalEnergies CAF AFCON Cote d'Ivoire 2023 on their way to achieving the feat. They will face South Africa. Okay, I don't like the way CAF wrote this thing, and this is why CAF is about to give credence to the accusation that they are favoring Morocco. You've been writing about other people since, even Nigeria. You didn't say on their way to winning it. Why are you not saying Morocco is on their way to winning it? Like Morocco is the best team in this tournament. Yes, they went to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Yes, they took 7 points out of a possible 9. They won 2, draw 1. Nigeria also won 2, draw 1. Yes, they scored 5 goals and conceded 1. But hey, Senegal are in this tournament, my brother. Don't be saying on their way to winning this tournament. You are, putting something. The South Africa attack with Pesitao, okay, and Zwane will give the Moroccans lots of problems to deal with. The game is on the 30th of January at the Laurent Pocus Stadium. So let's come back let's jump into Europe a bit and see what the transfer speculations are. I know that some people are looking at all the things that are going on and they're saying to themselves, man, we die here. Just the same way Bayern Minister Leroy Sané is shoved in the face twice by Union Berlin boss Nandad Bejlika in the moment of madness as shocking red card sparks Bundesliga brawl. I don't know what entered the head of Leroy Sané, but I think at that point, I thought he wanted to go and kiss the coach. Yes. I don't know, but it looked like he wanted to go and kiss the coach. And then when he wasn't given the chance to kiss the coach, it now spark a kind of a melee. Okay, Manchester United and Liverpool fall in Deloitte latest football money league, and there is a new number one as treble winners. Man City slipped to second despite record 718.2 million pounds revenue. All this revenue, 10 years from now, they're going to say a lie. So I need to believe anything. Simon Jordan, yes, my guy, the former Crystal Palace owner who is now a podcast this and a regular feature on what's it called? Talk Sports. Okay. He said, I like Evantoni, but Sky's fawning coverage of his return was hard to stomach. Okay. I like the guy, but there's just too much hype around him that is not pissing him off. And Simon Jordan will talk his mind. It doesn't matter. After host Ivory Coast sneaking through the back door into knockout stage despite sacking their manager on Wednesday after Zambia were beaten by Morocco as last 16 ties are revealed. Okay. Why did they sack the coach? Why didn't they wait? Well, they were not sure that even if the coach is with them, he can do anything. So they just decided, let him go. Welcome to the Ghost Window. Premier League transfer outlay this month is just 37 million, with clubs spooked by Everton's 10 points penalty and spending more judiciously, making it a nightmare for club agents. Once the punishment came out, the true account statement of the clubs now showed up. Nobody feel they sign anybody again. Oh. All the scam, when they tell the scam people before, everybody don't punk me. Say they do this one to Everton and they're about to do something to Man City. Let's not go and follow them. Let's punk me so that in case they punish one, they go carry the title to give us. I pray may they not do that one, even if they punish Man City, may they go down with their title. Football Finance Expert reveals exactly what Manchester United could achieve if they upgrade Old Trafford, and improving the match experience could see them blow their competition out of water. Yes, that asset is a big asset, and I always thought that that is where the Glazers failed. Should have invested heavily on the stadium, especially when they had Ed Woodward, who was working magic. The club was not getting result on the field, but they were somehow getting all the beautiful signings and sponsorship, but they didn't use it well. But then in Spain, it is tears, tears, tears. It's been sorrow and bitterness and tears in Spain. Oh, they're not waiting for any freedom. Barcelona adopt out of Copa del Rey after 4-2 defeat by Athletic Bilbao. This club now go kill them. There is no somebody that is shopping Ankara anymore in Barcelona. Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara, 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 Ankara. I used to tell my wife, once you hear Ankara, the juju does start to nothing. There is nothing you can do. Once the commentators just talk, say Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi. She was laughing. I said, okay, and I showed her 20 different times when the referee started to say Ankara Messi. And sometimes Messi is 40 yards away from goal. But once you say Ankara Messi, it ends in goal. You can go and search the internet, do reverse search and see Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi. But Inaki Williams say, oh, there's no Ankara this time. No Ankara. You go shop Ogi without Ankara. Now die on a day. They give the 4-2. Barcelona dumped out of Copa del Rey after 4-2 defeat by Atletico Bilbao to pile up pressure on Xavi as Iñaki Williams net extra time winner just 2 days after being knocked out of the AFCON with Ghana. Everybody get ready for strong. Oh. Everybody get their grand. Oh. You for me, I told you, no problem. Pep Guardiola chasing perfection. TV review, Noah Gallagher and Manuel Neuer gives us a clue. But why couldn't the Bib gets to Pep? Okay, I don't know what that is, but we shall see if you go and read it there. The transfer market has been cool anyway. Let's move away from that one and see some of the transfer rumors, speculations that are going down. Then I'll come to read your messages. Thank you very much for your patience. Yes, it's still the Sports Buffet. My name is still Elehpants. So you love to call me the Elehpants one of Sports. Yes, now I have to deal with research. I have to do with looking for money. I have to do with paying bills. But then I still have to deal with death threat. So somebody sent me a death threat yesterday. Very, very serious one. I took it out with I forwarded it to the right relevant authorities anyway. But it's strange. Okay. I thought that you have to do business with somebody, you have to owe people, you have to do something to people before they send you their trade. But that's how bad the country done this. So people just feel like they can set their threats and then tell you that, oh, somebody said I should come and kill you, then you should give me money. And then I said F off, you're an idiot. And then he said, oh, I will come and kill you, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, really? Let's give it a try. It's like, okay, I decided to indulge you guys. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. You have to summon your inner Thanos, and then let me summon my inner Eckhart Aaron or probably Leon Nelson, and let's see who gets to who first, okay? Because I know that I cannot live this life. One of the things I will not do, live this life with fear. No, nah. Liverpool have joined Manchester City in the race to sign Germany midfielder Joshua Kimmich, who is 28 years of age from Bayern Munich. And someone like, why is he telling us? I'm telling you people just in case the guy win me and one day you just come, you don't see me again. But I don't know who the person is anyway. Manchester United are not expecting to sign a replacement for 28-year-old French forward Anthony Martial. He wasn't in the squad before. So replacing somebody that you will miss. It was not there. It's not been adding any value. Who is said to be ruled out for 10 weeks after groin surgery. Okay, Martial's injury has scampered Manchester United plan to sell him during the January transfer window. Martial and be the bone we hook on Manchester United neck. Truth. Inaugural go down, inaugural come aside. Manchester United are planning. I'll let Manchester United for the transfer story today. What did they worry BBC now? Manchester United are planning to recoup 100 million in sale of players this summer, starting with 22-year-old English forward Mason Greenwood, who is on loan at Getafe. Bayern Munich have ended, and no say once this boy sign his deal, come up for Man United officially, he go grant an interview. Unless a new club say make no grant an interview, but he go grant an interview and we'll go una go word. Okay, Bayern Munich have ended their pursuit of the 3-year-old Newcastle United and England right back Kieran Trippier. Newcastle United midfielder Miguel Amiron is a target for Saudi Arabian club Al Shabab, but the 29-year-old Paraguayan international has told the Magpies he does not want to leave. I'm leaving here. I'm not going anywhere. Chelsea are considering a move for Aston Villa 20-year-old Colombia striker Joan Duran, who has also been linked with West Ham. Okay, Chelsea has set an asking price of 38 million for 30-year-old Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku. Oh, that guy's still a Chelsea player. Don't forget. Okay. Who's on loan at Italian club AS Roma? Okay, they don't sack Mourinho now, so it's part of the people that caused them to sack Mourinho. Mourinho eventually decided, this guy that I kicked out of my team in Chelsea, let me give him a chance. The guy ended up becoming the guy who backstabbed him and got him fired. Okay, Brentford have agreed 2.6 million fee with Swedish club Elfsborg. Hey, my club are going to make small money. Small money. We're always making small money. One day we will sell player for big money. For 22-year-old Icelandic goalkeeper Hakon Valdemar saying, okay, Serie A club Genoa are interested in, my friend club, my former teammate club, are interested in Everton's 26-year-old French defender Ben Goffrey. Okay, that's according to Fabrizio Romano. Everton are also open to selling 60 million pounds rated midfielder Amadou Onana, 22, this month with Newcastle interested. Newcastle now get money, 60 million big. When they face financial question, Luton Town are interested in Coventry City's 25-year-old English midfielder Ben Schaff, and while Fulham have withdrawn from negotiations with Krasnodar for Colombia striker Joan Cordoba, okay, who is 30 years of age, over concerns about dealing with a Russian club. Yeah, Newcastle Slovakia goalkeeper Martin Dobravka, remember him? Yeah, the guy who got them to the level they are before they decided to go look for somebody. He's considering his future at the club this summer. Arsenal are chasing a deal for 20-year-old Paris Saint-Germain and Netherlands attacking midfielder Xabi Simons, who is on loan with RB Leipzig as backup to a move for Wolves Portuguese forward Pedro Neto, who is 23. Coventry City's English attacking midfielder Callum O'Hara, 25, is out of contract in the summer and being monitored by Southampton, Burnley, and Leicester City. That's all we have from the transfer desk. When I remember that guy where they laugh, that Ghanaian guy, comedian way, he go there, Manchester United, he go boss laugh. Yeah, but that hook for Babwaya. Things doing. It be things for the guy. I don't know his name, but it be things for the guy. Because somehow, the Ghana event, the things that happened to Ghana, it be things. Let's just put it that way. It be things for him. Okay, so let's go to your comment sections. We still have almost 42 minutes for that. Henry said if you here are not hitting the like button, I know have word for you. not big man. So please like it. Well, I keep begging, Sha, I keep begging. When I just click the like button. We don't need to call you queers. I mean, you guys are my friends, my family, my goons. And especially now that somebody's planning to kill me. So manage to enjoy the few shows that I have because I say I have 150 years to live. Don't worry yourself. Michael, let us say good morning, bros. To this point, the tournament has exceeded expectation. Tunisia, Algeria, and the flops of the tournament. Mahrez have regressed since going to Saudi Arabia. I wish Eagles the best. Thank you very much for wishing Eagles the best. No matter how he be, now Super Eagles. God's will, Obukumena Awari. Happy New Year to you. Welcome back from your long vacation to a place where there is no internet and lack of data. Thank you very much. You say, bros, Mingo Rendo. Don't really think it takes anything if we come in, enjoy the show, and like the show. We have close to 15 people watching and just 3 likes. I beg, make una like the show. Thank you very much. Olasfat says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. The Ivorian fans after damaging properties now realize they have qualified after celebrating that they found out that they are playing Senegal. What an irony. See, life have a funny way of dealing with you in such a way that you will not even be able to explain it. That's why the Nigerian athlete, what's his name again, says Okorodudu, divine Okorodudu say, I never expected it. Yeah, it is moments like this that make you say, I never expected it. And it is all those moments that brings about the kind of thing that Ivory Coast is going through right now. Yes, on one front, they have qualified. Who are they playing? Senegal. Senegal does not look like, if Senegal not beat them, then Senegal they have to question them, their game. Well, Olafat says the integration of young players in that Senegal team is what has baffled me most, and those lads have done well. They have. It's what's missing in the Algerian team. The Algerian team won in 2019, and the coach, the federation, everybody just hug on those success, like Germany, like Spain, and somebody has not paid. It's not easy to manage success. So I've always said that poverty, poverty is easier to manage because it's just there flat out. Like when you're ugly, you don't need to do anything extra. Okay, so they say nobody's ugly, but some people are ugly. Come on, like Shomole Donald Duke. Now you know which side the pendulum swing. But the thing is, when you're successful, you have to do a lot to sustain it, to manage it, to keep it going, to refresh the oil of success. But when you're a failure, you're just there like Ghana. You're just there. You don't need to do anything. You keep making one mistake. You keep throwing money at things. You keep doing rubbish, and you keep coming back. It's just normal. Like Nigeria too. No plan. Just pray for luck. And so you play a white man for the very first time in our national history. A white man became an evangelist. The God gives and the God takes. I don't know if on Saturday now the God will take. I don't know. But I am begging the God, the God of Jose Pesero to give. Let us still continue to enjoy this period before the storm. There's a storm in front of Ibrahim Gusu. When this tournament finish now, that storm will start at the airport. Okay, you know that court have given an order that his election over a year ago is illegal, illegally. It's illegally in 2022 September. It's illegally, the process of them doing the election is illegal. So we would get to that, but I don't want to get myself involved in all of this. So it's just not important. Raji Moshud, yes, this boy that is owing me beating, but he's been behaving well when it comes to the MPFL. The things he's been doing as earning forgiveness, but it go see take one conk when I'll catch. I go see take one conk. We yellow like Isha boys we bleach. I go see give her one conk. Just give her that one, make you know. Say misbehaving is not good. He said Ivory Coast could still lose to Senegal. They already sacked their manager. I don't think the assistant would be able to make magic happen. Not let them deceive your football. In this football that we are following, I have seen things. That's why Ghana people say it be things. Even Benin boy will tell you, hey, pa, easy. I've seen things so in football. Some people where you notice say they go do anything, they go dance a yele. When it reaches kind of thing, now they go change. Referee just do VR, want if it happen, one rough tackle, red card. Football is as unpredictable as they come. I understand that big team, not big team, good team, not good team. Now, so when France want to play against Greece in 2004, everybody says it's a done deal. It's over. It's over now. It's over. They don't want Zidane. Everybody, Greece shocked them all. Zeus, that day Zeus came to play, Poseidon play, Hades play, Athena, all of them, Achilles, they played in that game. They were spiritually in that game. So sometimes I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Okmayami Olakpade says, Oladakwa, sorry. It says the scary thing about Senegal is that they hate to be without the ball. Whenever they are without the ball, they come together like a swarm of bees to get the ball back, still keeping their shape. In other words, it's in the Bible, it said when the enemies will come like a mighty rushing wind, the Spirit of the Lord will raise a standard against them. The question now is, does Ivory Coast have the Spirit of the Lord or they have the Spirit of Juju? I leave that question. It's a rhetorical question. You can answer it or you cannot answer it. The ship will say, it says Senegal can beat any team in the world. Ooh, I like the confidence. They should go and show it. Was Senegal at the last World Cup in Qatar? Senegal were there. The only thing I saw Senegal do was pick dirty in stadium. Yes, they were in Qatar. They were picking dirty. They were doing lawma job. They were doing my former job when I was working for Sajo in Warri. I used to use pickup to go and walk in Odibo Estate, Soko Estate, Mosheshe Estate, and pick dirty, Oyibo dirty. Oyibo dirty need the smell. Yes, that's the thing we used to say when we were growing up. Oyibo dirty need the smell. That's where my love for books started, because you go pack people dirty, they go put full novel, James Adley Shays, this one, Macbeth, that one, inside dustbin. Who does that? Book the expire. Because maybe the cover not tear or coffee, you don't know say that tea, but that I don't know, sha. You don't know say that tea pour put. You just get one brand, just swell up small. They'll just throw one. Please, who does that? That time, if Sergio never pay me, the fact say we go. No, so let me tell you, I grew up in SSA Road where we used to bath outside, like outside, not back of compound, outside. People they walk up past for road, they see you, they bath. Your singling is ringing the bell, ring a bell, jingle bell. There, you're bathing. There's no shame. It cannot be only you. Almost every other person for the neighborhood too. Your age mate, your cousin. That's our life. That's who we were. Okay, that's who we were. There's no. When we not here, all of us were there together. So you see my own, to now I see your own later. We all see and see. Right? So now move. Now got to the point where this was like 1990, 1991. Yeah. And so Adam met this bros who was looking for people to work with him to go and pack dirty. The first day, you feel like, now dirty, I want to go park. Because I'd already started doing a pickup conductor. Don't say you didn't grow up in Warri, you don't understand. Pickup used to be like the piece of transport from Energy Junction to Person Market and all that. So you do pickup, they put seats facing each other at the back, and then you're the conductor. I was doing this thing, and then this man also had a pickup. So one day, he just came where we're playing like monkey pose on the street, and he was asking who go like follow and go carry load. He didn't say that you say who go help and carry load. He go pay 300 naira, 30 naira also. Yeah, 30 naira. Man, I need the money. Anything that bring money makes sense. My mother will beat me later if I not quick come back, but I'll have 30 naira, 30 naira. Ha. I went, but it wasn't load. It was dustbin. We entered. When we got there, so we entered through the gate. First, it was Moshesha Estate. If you grow up in Warri, you know Moshesha Estate, Airport Road, behind Our Ladies. As you enter the gate, then I stop us. Then I give us cover to wear. Then I give us a hand glove to wear. It was not looking like offshore work. It was no longer looking like want to carry load. Then I give us helmet. Then I give us nose, this thing to put for our nose. We're not going from looking like offshore workers to money heist workers. We're not looking like we want to go and rob a bank or want to go and rob a place. So I was not like calculating. We have not entered this estate now. This place now, they not press alarm or they not shout ole ole, they not lock the gates now. This fence is very high now, and I mean are very, very short now, like a banana tree. So this thing is not adding up. Oh. So we're not going, we'll not drive. We enter this compound. So I don't know if you guys know Mushesha Estate. It's very organized, right? You just enter this compound. Now the place don't turn like it don't turn Tottenham. That time it used to be like Chelsea, like Arsenal. It used to be very organized and structured, but now it don't turn shit. The children don't sell the place and now that place now all commerce affair. But long and short, so we're packing it. Now this is the first rude awakening that I had in Warri. This is me that I've also gone abroad and come back home. But when I'm in Warri, I forget all the things that are abroad. It's in the Bible. He said, forget the former things. So I forget them and I deal with my immediate environment because that's the only way to keep my sanity. And that's your Igbo children. There was no swimming pool in Moshesha Estate as the best of my knowledge as at that time, 1990, 1991. But what they have was water hose that they used to water flower. Then you will not see all these Oyibo children, they are running around and they're using the water to play. This water that will go and queue in Okpe Street or SSA Road to go and queue and fight over bucket, who first come and who no first come, is what all these children are playing with. Life no, it don't take away life no balance. It don't take. This is the same worry. We're living in the same worry. It's not like I enter plane go abroad. We're living in the same worry, and that was happening. It's just what it is. But hey, let's come back. Why am I boring people with my poverty story back in the day? Where the people say Senegal can beat anybody. Shaunara Adediran says this is a dicey game for Senegal. Fear a dead team in Ivory Coast that has somehow resurrected. Okay, new coach, new spirit. We simply do not know what Ivorian team would emerge from this one. But the new coach not gonna bring new striker. Their strikers are still like Mugu. Sangara will still be their main man, but he could just change the shape, like removing Uzoho and making Nigeria solid all of a sudden. I mean, this Nigerian team that anybody can shoot a shot from anywhere and score. All of a sudden, that Mugu, they remove that Mugu now to score against Nigeria is as hard can be. Okay, so hard, like. Let me not say the thing I want to say now. But he had. You know what I talk now. He had like man bola. We see side of bra or side of pants, woman pants. Okay, Raji Moshud said that the Super Eagles should do enough to beat Cameroon. Now Cameroon come. Now Cameroon not be Comoros. So now Cameroon. You hear me? So Raji Moshud, whatever your name is. Now Moshud Abiola. Now Cameroon would talk, yes, so not be Comoros. You're confusing Cameroon for Comoros. Say the Super Eagles should do enough to beat Cameroon and move ahead. I wish the coach plays Omeru and Ekong partnership at the back and start Ianacho behind Osime. Godswill Bukamana Awari says that this AFCON has been one of the best since 2004. I actually thought some matches would be walkover. Now you go walk them over now, apprentice. But the supposed minors came in and showed that they can also disturb the flow. Disruption, I mean, this year. This is the year of disruption. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says Senegal should be wary of Ivory Coast. That game could be dangerous for them. Gospel Bukaman Aware says rating of the tournament so far is 7.5. The host country for me can shock Senegal. Hoping Nigeria will come out top, but I'm in doubt and expecting Cape Verde to get to the semis. Okay, motivational whispers. What are you whispering? All I can say is that this is the most interesting and shocking AFCON so far. Okay, Olafat says the boss. I just want to ask: is it the increment in the tournament that has made it more interesting? Just like the Women's World Cup. I think the increase in money could also motivate people because I hear that most countries they promise to share the win. Whatever money they make, the win for that comes in. So if you get to semifinals, for instance, you get to semifinals in this tournament, you're as good as the person who won the previous tournament because the money you get is like what the previous winners get. So you look at what you will get from the shares of the money. It does. Is there anybody that money cannot motivate? They say the greatest note ever written, the greatest love note ever written is a dollar note, and the greatest message ever preached apart from the gospel is bank credit alert. So you know what that means already. Michael Eleta say Amrabat has continued from where he stopped at the World Cup. The way he matches the defensive midfield of the Moroccans is impressive. They have the most skillful players at the tournament. But why is it not do like that for Manchester United? That's something I don't know. Manchester United is really the house of the devil. Okay, Pascal Amize, he say Lipton no be tea. Lipton na agbo. Me say that for na agbo. The guy say, laugh at lad, love this channel for all the wrong reasons. LOL. Thank you very much for loving us for all the wrong reasons. Tosi Iluyamade says, good morning, good people. Been a while. Sabi girl greeted you last to she go Ivory Coast. Sabi girl don't abandon us. She said to the attack sports. That shitty club, yeah, club. Somebody find girl like that. Get we find, set, arrange, finish. Get we beside bright price. Good day, very, very expensive, like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi transfer fee. Choose to support useless club. One of their useless player don't go where don't go Bayern now. Bayern not go win title this season. They don't begin fight anyhow for sideline because of her. But something is going to happen this season. Something must happen. Jumalia, what's that called? Musiala. Musiala would experience not winning the title for the very first time in his life, or Arike will experience winning the title for the very first time in his life. One thing must happen. There is no demilitarized zone. It just will not change. That is for sure. What's it called? Gwen Stephanie or Sabigal. They're asking after you. I know you are not there. You are somewhere in the heat of Abuja or Nasarawa, somewhere in that area. Pascal Amize say, well, Mary and Joseph escaped to Egypt with Jesus when Herod sought to kill him. I guess Egypt and God were square after that. I like that. I like that. This guy must be a gambler. Not but the road dies. They say, oh, but without bash, I give you my word, you give without bash. I know the you know the home again. They're not terrorists each other. So God and Egypt, they don't bash. I be no one I give the Suez Canal as compensation. Okay, additional love say Cote d'Ivoire jump from frying pan enter fire where the fire is not on yet. They have only helped to extend their pain. See as them celebrate the third place qualifiers. Additional love say CAF just gave us hint. Okay, Holafat say for me, I think the coach did an error in their last game by benching Diomande. Okay, who has been solid for them even after conceding the penalty against Nigeria. He has been solid. Okay, Obaregere says tournament can be funny. A team that struggled to qualify can end up lifting the cup. I agree with you. Nigeria struggled to qualify in 2013, but we ended up lifting the cup. You say, I feel Ivory Coast will give Senegal a difficult time. I also think so too. People don't think, but I just think so. These things happen all the time. So let's not just sit back and think that it is going to be an easy one. The tournament is not over yet. The record is not over according to the Fujis. Okay, so let's go to Michael. I say, with the way things are going and Bayern being knocked out of the cup and struggling in the league, Hurricane may still end up trophyless in his first season at Bayern. Too cool. Now, Legbere. She when he win Champions League, and I say he's a bit past Pep Guardiola. Stepmanic, okay, you finally come here. You wait for Instagram. You wait here. He said, hello, what's up, Baba? But why don't Pesero carry Balogun, Desas, and Educate to AFCON? I go change her for get that. If you say now you go bad, you go double a greeter. If you change her for her, change what? You be okay with the change dollar. What do you want change? My friend get that come on for here. You change her for her. Social media now all of now they get power. So that one they send me their threat on social media. Last custom for my front. Tell me this nonsense really talk. Lawyer to the soil. He say, Baba, she na buy Aribo buy the number 10 JC Abi how it take happen watching from Cali. Now, if you remember when I interviewed the kit manager of the Super Eagles, the interview is still on my page. Go and check it. I asked him that question: why give our sacred number 10 jersey to him? Go to the comment section, see how some of them insult me that time. Say, why would I ask that question? That is disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. Say, because actually when he started, he scored against Ukraine, he scored against Brazil. Everybody said that the boy is good. I said, this boy knows how to play ball. He knows how to be wearing number 10 for Nigeria, not be joke, not be beans. You cannot just take our number 10 jersey and just go and give it to this guy now. Find number 40 or number 72, give him. He never reach. Go give her number 10 and see where he don't end. He be like this Lipton. I just take her by force. Agbo, no, you not change, you not go add blood. Mona not here. So Mona they ask me again. Mona take him as a day. She not say I did too hard on the players. Mona take him. Now that number 10 is the best player in the world. In short, the next Ballon d'Or, Nigeria will go win. The ship will say, no more European-based players for Nigeria. I beg. They have zero rhythm. We need home base. Really? That be this thing make una dey happen that time. Why is it that they take una long to see the things why they see? Michael later I said there is one Diakite guy in that Senegal team, whose beauty resonates with the legendary Aristide Banse of Burkina Faso. Funny enough, like Banse, the guy is a solid player. My brother, I saw him play, and I'm watching this guy, and I'm saying, "Wow, this guy is good." Oh, African football is sweet. Oh, to be very, very honest, African football is sweet. Now, just we have been over westernized. You know what I like about this AFCON? Let me say one thing that I like about this AFCON. This AFCON is not big on statistical mumbo jumbo, all those, like people will want dribble, they dribble. People want run, they run. People want jump body, they jump body. Forget VAR. If VAR want to make it do. They should be, people want show skill, they show skill. And then I think that the broadcast for this one, I don't know if you guys have noticed it too, but the broadcast for this one are taking a lot into consideration. They calibrate it better. See, Super Sports, thank God, Senabuna, they produce this game this time. These new producers, they take into cognizance reactions of the fans. The cameras, they catch everybody. If you they pick your nose, they catch you. If you shake your breast, they catch you. If you they kiss somebody, if you they shop, they capture you. If you they scratch your bum, your own so they capture you. Everything is on the camera. I don't know how they do them, but me now as I watch, I'm learning production. I'm like, okay, this is something I would like to add. When I was producing the league last season, these are some of the extras that I put in the production, and I just love when I'm seeing it now. So it doesn't make me look like I get mental problem. Additional must say, LOL, not be lies. Senegal only get mad for inside African teams. So the last two World Cup now, shit. Neighbor's dog is back like Mumuna. Small dog, small chihuahua. They go call her king. Big name what they give her. And the dog, they behave like saying be Votron. My small son, my 4-year-old son, they pursue the dog go run. Is that a dog? That's an inkita. That's not even a dog. Because dogs should not be running from a 4-year-old boy. That's very, very ridiculous. But hey, that's a unrelated matter. Let's come back to the matter. Step Monique say, Baba, please, how is that Kived? You said you lived there before. Because me, I'm honestly interested in to jackpot there for now if I can obtain their visa. So if I had it no good though, but some people go choose you go work for sugarcane plantation, you will go work for waterside, you go to go catch fish. Okay. Nigeria bad. Not be because of say one wrong go Cape Verde. If you get the ability to jackpot na Cape Verde, you won't go. What's happen? Now multiple suffer, you want to suffer. Are you trying to set Guinness Book of Record of suffering? What did they do you? Still one place. Marvin Barry, he say morning, my personal there you go. Young boy say interesting drama ahead, but this is another stage of I not agree for anybody. Can dry bone rise again? Question begging for answer. This is one of the cool AFCON I enjoy. The minor became powerful. Rock World. He said, "Legbete, can you imagine the NFF trying to extend this Olodo coach Pesero contract when he hasn't even get to the agreed semifinal? Corrupt set of NFF who no one stop to the use Pesero make money." So first of Rock World, I like your observation. Okay, but how does the NFF make money through Pesero? Because you know, say this thing, what would they talk? So as much as we go blame the people where they lead, if the followers Mumutu, more we still they talk more. How does the NFF really make money from Pesero? Please explain that part to me. Let me get it. Remember, this NFF is the one that also cut down Pesero's salary from 70,000 to 50,000, and Pesero accepted it. Can you educate me, enlighten me? I go extend the time. Enlighten me on how the NFF makes money from keeping Pesero on the job. I just want to hear from you. Maybe there's something you know that I don't know. Nobody knows it all. A teacher of say, if Kane goes trophyless, then you go know say sports spirit, don't land by and dressing room, and next season they go exercise them. I trust them. DJ Lavoma say, you have said it all. I really noticed that the production is more exciting this time. It is more like a movie. Every match is like a movie. I did tell you, because now I watch football with a different eye. You know, I watch from a fan perspective. I watch from an analyst perspective. I watch from a coaching perspective, from a tactical view. But overall, the most important is the camera angles, the usage of the camera, the drone, the shot camera, the people camera, the reverse camera, and then the game itself. And it's been different. It's been different. Like media have a power to make regular event become a global event if they manage it very well. And The production for this one, this New World TV, they know what they are doing. Stepmanic, yes, so Wambali and Osime argue in the last match and camera catch him. Straight up, the camera picks up everything. Like everything is picked. Young Betango say, I love your jersey, Bendel United, no Bendel Insurance for life. My first team, especially the color. I'm United fan too. Marvin Barry said Nigeria is winning this. I not complete them. Digital Love might say, I hate not really watch. I have really not really watched any foreign league match since AFCON. Me, now only one match I watched, and I only first half. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. After the first half, I was asking myself, am I supposed to be here? Go back and look for AFCON and watch. That's I quit. Since AFCON started, even Chelsea and Liverpool match, I did turn into AFCON. This is the most exciting one. Maritala Mohamed Airport, MMA, say, when all this special favor, corruption, scratch my back, stop instead of competence is killing Ghana and has been affecting our football forever, my dear. I don't know. Lawyer to the sale, please, if you can explain how football can act as a catalyst in the development of nations. Okay, Morocco is an example. Not naturally. First off, there should be. I think I did a very extensive show on it one time. There should be a policy that drives sports, not just football, that drives sports as an industry, as an ecosystem. So let me do a little breakdown. You see this our football now that we have. We have over 110 journalists that went to AFCON from Nigeria. From Nigeria alone, 109. You see those 109 on a good day, maybe each one of them is supposed to have a sponsor of say 5 million naira. Those 5 million naira means that they would pay for flights. So it depends on the airlines. The airline will pay tax, will buy aviation fuel, a whole lot, buy food, all those things. The money goes back into the system. They will stay in hotels. They would also buy food where they are. They will pay for transport. That's how it builds the ecosystem. But that's based on the AFCON. Let's talk about nation. So we have a league that have 20 teams. Let's leave the lower league now. A league that have 20 teams, and each of the team have minimum backroom staff and everybody minimum 50 people. So 50 people times 20 is 1,000 people. That's the direct employment that the league provide for 1,000 people. Now, if you look that to 200 million that we say we have in the country, that's nothing. But let's look at the catalytic effect that created. Let's zero down and say that each stadium have a 5,000 capacity. So there is a 5,000 capacity at every stadium for the 10 games that we played every weekend, right? 5 times 10 is 5,000 times 10 is think about 50,000, if I'm not mistaken. Now, yeah, 50,000. This is me being modest. So some stadiums are 30,000 and above, but let's stay with the 5,000 first. So let's say we are packing all this 5,000 stadium every week. One, people will transport from one point to the other. It will give money to the transportation people. Some people will stay in hotels, but let's even eliminate the hotel. Let's focus on only the club will stay in a hotel and their officials will stay in a hotel. Let's say the fans now. You have 5,000. If you have 5,000 consistently in any stadium, you can go to any bottling company like Coca-Cola, like Pepsi, like Biggie, like any of them and tell them, look, we are packing our stadium every week. Come and brand the stadium and only your water gets sold. I'm sure Coca-Cola will be very happy to sell Ever Water every weekend, every match day, every other week since, they go home and away. But at any stadium that they have access to sell 5,000 bottles. Don't forget that in a space of 2 hours, which a football is played, considering the halftime and the rest, you will drink maybe more than one bottle of water. That's one. And then if you have a Coca-Cola brand in the stadium, it also means that they will sell Coke, Fanta, and the Sprite and the other soft drinks that they sell. It also means that somebody will be selling meat pie. Let's just even take it down to just small meat pie or gala. And 5,000 people, all of them might not buy meat pie. So would come and say they are not interested in buying snacks. So let's just break that down to a 2,000 or 2,005, half of the people that is there. You're selling 2,005 meat pie every match day. You know how big that is to the ecosystem of whoever is selling, the turnover of that person every match day. He knows that that's going to happen. That's some part of it. Then the hospitality part of it. Then the logistic part of it, the people that are handling the transportation, bookings for flights for these teams and all that. So that's some of the ways that it can help. And then the media people. Okay, I'm a content creator. If our league is powered properly, I will go from just doing this to now having reporter in all the 20 centers where you have 20 clubs in the league. Each of the centers where you have a reporter, I would have minimum 2 people. So 20 times 2 will give you 40 people off this station alone. Then other stations like that. And then I will create, let's say, okay, I create a content called the MPFL report file, right? On a daily basis or 3 times a week. We're giving you camp G's, updates, what is who's injured, who is fit, who's going to go on travel, who's on the match list, who has not made it, what the coach said today, what the coach says tomorrow, the report of the doctors in terms of the injury. We do that like what Sky Sports is doing. And let's say hypothetically, 40 people are paying each person 50,000. Let me just be modest now. First off, obviously, because of the kind of engagement, there'll be more sponsors, there'll be more brand associated. This JC will have sleeve sponsor. They could have another back sponsor apart from this selling bank that provide 150 million last season. I think about 250 million this season. So you will see that it will spread across, and then government now cannot be taking tax because that's what happens in the English league. Government will be taking tax from the players that are playing, the coaches that are playing, and that tax would increase our country's earning. And so, sports football alone will create its own ecosystem that keep turning over money, then add to what music is doing, add to what the movie industry is doing, add to what culture is doing. We will no longer be thinking about petroleum as a key decider. Sorry, as a key decider for how the economy is run. I don't know if you get it. This is just a summary. I could do more, but time is not on our side. And if the question had come in early, maybe I would have maybe done a lot more, but that's the little I can say. Loyal to the soil. I hope it makes sense. If you look at what Morocco have done, Morocco have invested almost $600 million in building facilities, upgrading their stadium, but also creating like what the French have called the Clermont facility that produce young players and then indoctrinate them in the Moroccan way, give them proper coaching that comes from the different zones. And then that is what we saw with them going to the semifinals of the World Cup, their women team going to the finals of the African Women Championship. All of this is a product of systematic planning. Eventually, it will yield result. When France set up Clermont, it took them to 3 World Cup finals. It took them to the finals of the 1998 World Cup finals. They won it. It took them to the finals of the 2006 World Cup finals. They lost it to Italy on penalties. And then again, 20 years after the first finals, they were in the finals of the 2018 finals. The next generation of players who came out of Clermont, like Mbappe, like Pavard, like Jamal Musiala, and the rest of them, all of them got to the finals again and won it. And then you show 4 finals, and then again they were in the last finals. That's a product of Clermont, and now they are hosting the Olympics and all that. That's how it grows. But the problem with us is we want to start the project today, and tomorrow we want the returns. And that's why we're not succeeding. So let me give you a very good example. Somebody came to me the other day and said, if I give you 10 million naira to support this your business, how much will you give me at the end of the month? And I told him I won't give you them. And he looked at me like, you want to take my money? I said, I don't even want to take your money because this business does not produce. I'm not doing MMM now. It's not MMM. But that's the way Nigeria, even with our investment, that's the way we do. So we want today. That's why everything was on that. I hope that I've summarily explained or answered your question because I don't want to leave anybody's question unanswered. Sometimes it pisses people off. Okay, additional might say you can see the blend more of African style in teams playing. This is what I have been clamoring for. We have our style. Let's build on it. And most of the teams who struggled in this tournament are the teams who are still caught in the trying to give you Pep Guardiola style, trying to give you European style of football. The African style is bullying them. And eventually, when they are in tight corners, you notice that some of them now come back to the Gidigbo, the African, we die here, we not grief for anybody style, and then some of them survive. So I think the round of 16 will change a lot. There'll be a lot of dynamics that will change, and we'll see how it goes anyway. Olafat say, boss, so speaking about broadcasting, me to notice that because the bunnies where them they show, it be like make I dey go Ivory Coast. So yeah, now enter road they go. Obare say, bros, this is the most competitive tournament I have watched of late. Very competitive, great so far. Sepmonic celebrate come and do Suya and a big start for boys now. The thunder will go fire you there. It do warm up. Okay. MMA say now that we have bantered Ghana, we should be careful with Cameroon because Ghanaians are waiting for us to fail. I mean, no, there's no problem. Obviously, the banter will continue. If Ghana wants it that way, it's fine because The banter was finished when they set their house in order, because we'll still get something to banter them again. If you check the banter between Nigeria and Ghana, Ghana will always lose. That's just a fact. The only place where Ghana feel win us na big yansh women. Any other part, we will beat them. So to banter Ghana not be something we had to fear for. If we not get expectation on this team before. Nobody for Nigeria to say this team could do better than they have done. And we know they brag, say, oh, we'll beat Cameroon. We are not. I don't think there's any Nigerian who's out there bragging that will beat Cameroon. They say, I saw the video of how Mauritania revolutionized their football with 10 million US dollar FIFA money, and I feel really sad for Nigeria. I don't know why our leaders and administrators just choose to be wicked. And he said, listening to the commentary in this AFCON, you get a clue of how much honest work these so-called small countries FA organization did, causing all this upset in this AFCON. Loyal to the say brilliant breakdown, much appreciated. Thank you very much. He said, make una like the video. These bros, they try 100%. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that one. And it's on that note that we'll call it a wrap today. So a lot of teams are okay. There's one new message that I'm going to have to respond to now. A lot of teams are, resting and looking at themselves and saying to themselves, where did we get it wrong? What did we do wrong that we need to correct? How do we change the scale of things? And we hope that some teams will improve. But I've loved the tournament so far. I don't think that there is there is anything in the tournament that I can say, oh, they should change. But having said that, there is still more to come. There's still more excitement to come. This is just halfway. Let's put it that way. This is just halfway. There's a round of 16, there's the quarterfinals, there's the semifinals, and then there's the finals that determines everything. So we will sit here and we would enjoy every piece of it and love it as it is. Me, I'm pro-African, pro-Nigerian. I would always back my own and support my own. Stepanik say Ghana give us woto. Now how they qualify for the World Cup. Now that day I see Elehpants for real life. The day we scatter stadium. I don't follow you. I know that you talk. I don't follow on scatter stadium. I'm sure you're among those people who destroy my camera. Once upon a time, according to MMA, we boast of Enyimba to conquer Africa, ASEC Mimosa of Ghana, but bad organization has brought our football down. The smaller countries have learned from so-called big countries. It's normal. Once upon a time, the Dutch league provide Champions League winners. Can they provide Champions League winners anymore? Once upon a time, Portuguese league provide Champions League winners. Can they provide it anymore? Once upon a time, regular French team who do not need Saudi Arabia or Arabian money provide Champions League winner in Olympic Marseille. Can they provide it anymore? Once upon a time, the most dominant league in the UEFA Champions League is the Italian league. Can they provide it anymore? Once upon a time, it was Barcelona and Real Madrid that are the king of the Champions League. Right now, they are struggling with the English league. Eventually, the English league too, they will fall apart with all this probe, with all this banning that is coming. It will happen. It happens. We're not going to be champions forever, but while we are champions, we should use the gains of that to set up something. I'm not really bothered about national team. I'm not concerned about league. If your league is good, the English people, they've hacked it. They've won only one national trophy in 1966. Since then, they've not won anything. But their league have provided more money. If we go into that conversation, I will take another 2 hours. But so for me, I'm always concerned. That's what I say when I get into those meetings with these guys in their boardroom. This is what I tell them. I say, listen, if we invest all this money, because it costs a whole lot to run the Super Eagles and the Falcons. I'm not saying that they shouldn't go to the tournament that they go to. I am saying they should go. But if we put the same kind of passion where you say everybody wants to travel, everybody wants to pack their bag and go to the tournament. We have 110 journalists now covering the AFCON from Nigeria. The question is, do you see those 110 running around to cover the league? When it comes to the league now, you see only 20-something. Okay, why does that happen? Okay, and then you see brands now, they want to sponsor anybody. You're going to AFCON, they want to sponsor you. And then they go there. I'm not saying the content that they are doing from that is bad, but you're a Nigerian brand. So also support those young men. The person that is doing content for the league, they deserve to be pushed. And okay, you, the fans, also are part of the problem. That's why I always say that Nigerians don't love their football. A person is covering the league, putting out content. They would work hard. I'm a content creator. I know how hard it is. They will work hard to produce a content of the league. There's a guy called Emini Truth on Twitter. And the other day, he put out a question that says, you graduates that don't have a job, how do you survive? I felt the pain immediately because I know what he's going through. He's traveling around interviewing players in the MPFL, putting out there on YouTube, putting the link on Twitter. When I'm not going to go there, go encourage him. The encouragement he needs is just like, view, and comment. Una not go encourage him. One day he go get tired. I know how many of these people call me, they go match and say, bro, send me 10K for transport. I'm sorry. I know that you're not the one that sent me here, but I'm stranded. I'll send. Sometimes I don't even have. I have to now on behalf of somebody else beg friends. I mean, there are people here. Johnny Gaffa will tell you, Aroturego will tell you how many times I've had to call on them. And in the midst, like last year, now in the midst of my son dying, practically dying, right? Racing across the world looking for money to do my son's brain surgery. I had to deal with that. So it is also a collective. It's easy to blame NFF president, it's easy to blame one state FA chairman and the rest. But you guys, you think it's the FA president in England that is making Arsenal Fan TV grow? You think it's the FA in England that is making the overlap or the Manchester United stand or the other ones, Newcastle people, the Toon Armies them grow? No, it's the fans. You guys should also help. I mean, I'll do a 1 hour plus show. I have maybe 50 people I'll be begging for. Just like I'll be begging. And people will be looking at me like, you go beg tire. I'm not asking for title. I'm not asking you to give me your first fruit. Just like. So it's also part of the problem that we have where the culture does not support growing it. But somebody, and I did the experiment recently. I told people, I said, listen, when I do solid content, nobody attend to it. I put one Mumu girl away jump inside water, the band's breast. If you see the whole engagement, it's like, okay, what's really going on here? I put Ghana boy away from that Ghana versus Uruguay again, where that guy no fish up food. Una they engage. And my question is that the kind of content you want us to do? Because when we do, I travel around Nigeria. I was talking to the legend. Put the content there. Una not give them engagement, right? How am I going to be inspired to want to continue? Because it doesn't look like it's something you people need. The same thing, if me that have grown to this level is complaining, what is Jamilu Adelese thinking? What is Olawale Kodri? What is it think? What is it going through? What's running in his head? Because in this thing, don't forget that your wife and your children and your family members are telling you this nonsense that you're doing. Your mates are doing this, your mates are doing that, and you say, is this Nigerian football that you want to be carrying for head? The fans should also encourage the content creator. It cuts both ways. Okay. I know it's your data, but once you're committed to it, we all grow. And if we grow, somebody ask me, I go buy suya and drink for them. That one wait on that go fire. Somebody go buy suya and drink. I go buy suya and drink for them. Because now the one with the hungry am now. You happy? Ask them, say, how much are they make for this for the content way they here? When he don't give me super chat ever in his life. You understand? You look at that. So it's everybody. I don't want to put the blame on one person's table, like, oh, it's the NFF president. They have their blame. We have our blame too. But you look at yourself in the mirror and say, have you added value? Have you done what you are supposed to do in your space? Because to grow sports in Nigeria, for us to be like the England or the France or the Argentina or the Germany, the Italy, the Belgium, Holland, we all have to play our role. Look at the English people. I always use them as example. Winter, they'll see go stadium. Nigerians not go. Nigerians not go. You get where Nigerians go stadium, say somebody pour beer for everybody, say no, go stadium again. I went to the stadium and they were fighting. Stadium is a place where people fight. If you don't know, stadium is a place with thugs. People they go. Italy every day, every match day, you see fire flare. People go to the stadium. In Nigeria, that's the reason why I don't want to go to the stadium. It's not easy, right? Elisha Benjamin say, I believe Ivory Coast might shock Senegal. They are like a wounded lion at the moment. No, they're not lying, they're elephant. Step Monique say AFCON final Mali versus Nigeria. I wish you best of luck. Well, this is where I draw the curtain on the show today. Let's do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Let's do the weekend edition where we'll preview all the matches one after the other. If you notice today, I just gave you the information about the teams that will play tomorrow. We'll do preview. We'll look at the players. We'll look at the possibilities, the head-to-head, the whole games that are coming up, and then we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Edafe Matthias. You love to come in there with on the sports. It's been a good time being here with you guys. Please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, do want to subscribe to our channel and also talk to people about us. Be our team, be part of us, and help us to grow. Because, like they say, the ecosystem, if we grow, other people grow. That's just the way it is. I will not be the only one doing it. If we grow, I need to employ other people. The whole streaming would even change. The dynamics of what we do will change. Thank you very much anyway for what you've done, for your support so far. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. Like I always say, don't be the problem. Please try as much as possible to be the solution. Have a wonderful day. Well, Marvin Barry say, You did talk RCB. One love, bro. One love to you too. Bye bye and have a wonderful day.